Have you ever been in a situation where you woke up having a bad hair day and you tried everything you know to fix it, but nothing works? Yeah, I've been there too. So today's video, I'll be showing you how to fix a bad hair day and still step out in style. So to get started, you'll be needing a 3.0mm hook, some yarn. For this, I'll be using this acrylic yarn, a darning needle, some beads, and this thread and needle. So let's get started. It's quite an easy process. First, you make what we call a slip knot. You wrap it around your finger and you pull a loop. This is how you make a slip knot. So I'll be chaining as long as I want it to go around my head. This is how you make chains. So I'll continue chaining till I get the perfect fit around my head. I prefer it not to be too tight and a bit loosened because it causes a bit of pressure and tension to my hair. So I'll see you at the end of how long I want my chains to be. So I made 110 chains. As you can see, I double my strand of wool because the wool is quite light, so I double it. So I don't know the type or texture of yarn you are using. If it's thick enough, there's no need to double, but because my yarn is light, that's why I double it. So I made 110 chains. This went around my head and there was still extra space. I liked it that way and I recommend you make it that same way. So this is 110 chains now. So I'll chain one and go into the second chain, not the first one, the second chain with a half double crochet. This is called a half double crochet. Enter into this space, grab some yarn. I have 3 on the loop, hook, pass through the 3. This is a half double crochet. I grab some yarn again, go into this stitch, grab a yarn, pull through. I have 3 on the hook, pass through, and yeah, so this is what I'll be doing up till the end of this stitch. So this is called a half double crochet. I'm actually making this headband for a friend. She experiences bad hair day a lot, so this is a surprise gift to her. So I'll see you at the end of this row. So I'm at the last stitch in this row 1 and I just made my last half double crochet in this row 1. So to begin row 2, I'll chain 1 and turn, and into this first stitch here I'll go into it with a half double crochet. Then in the next stitch, you can see there are 2 ridges here, this one facing me and this one farther away from me. So I'm going to go into the one farther away from me, that's this, the back, and make a half double crochet. So I'm not going to go in here anymore. I'm going to look at these 2 ridges, here. I'll go into this back, not the one in front, one at the back, and make a back loop half double crochet. So this is called back loop only half double crochet. You go into the back, not both. You're not going into both, you're only picking the back and making a half double crochet. So that's what I'm going to do all up till I get to the end, but I'm going to tell you what to do when you get to the end. So you just continue with the back loop only half double crochet. Not only is this crochet headband functional, because I know how it feels when you're having a bad hair day and you have lots of things to do. You have to be out there. It's not like you're going to be sitting at home all day. You have things to do. You have to be at the office or you have appointments to catch up with, and you just want to still look your best. So this comes in place. And also for my fashion girlies that you want your outfit to always be in check, this also comes in as a nice accessory to complement your unique style. So you continue with the back loop only half double crochet all up to the end. So continue that way and I'll meet you at the end. So I'm gradually coming to the end of this row. So I'm still placing my back loop half double crochet here, and I still have 2 space to place the back loop half double crochet. So I place here. Then the last stitch, instead of placing back loop, instead of picking only the back, I pass through both. So I'm passing through both like how we did in the first row, pass through both to make the half double crochet. So remember I did something like that at the beginning of this row 2. Of row 2. So I ended that same way. So and when you are beginning the new row, instead of doing back loop, you pass through both the stitches. And when you are ending that row, instead of putting out only the back loop only, you pass through both stitches. So as usual, you chain one, you turn, pass through both, place a half double crochet, then in the next stitch, back loop only. So I'll be repeating this pattern for a few rows to get the width I would want for the headband. I'll let you know how many rows I've made. So now I've made 2 rows. This is the 3rd row. So you continue with how long you want your width of the headband to be. I want my own to still cover up some rows because this is it's a bit small. I want it to still have a bit of width. Remember I told you that I was making this headband for a friend that experienced bad head a lot. So she works in a hospital, and due to the nature of her work, she doesn't really have so much time on her hands to get her hair done. So I was thinking of something that could help her get through the day and she still feels beautiful and confident with herself. So that's where the idea of making this headband for her came into place. So I'll be continuing this pattern for a few rows, and I'll show you how many rows I was able to make. So continue. So I ran out of yarn. This is what is left. So I think we can go for one more. I want to show you how I join my yarn. So this is the one part, this is the new one. So this is what I do. I tie a loop on, this is the new one, this is the old one. I tie a loop here, then tie on it too. Like I'm tying a loop on both of them together. Some persons leave this, but I prefer to cut it. So I'll be cutting. I've cut it off. It's secure. This can't cut or go off except you use scissors to cut it off yourself. I'm on my 4th row now, so just continue that process. So I'll make sure that it's at the back. Presently, this is the back, this is the front, this is the back. So this loop, I'll make sure it is at the back here. It doesn't come to the front. That will be visible to everyone. So let's continue with making more back loop only, half double crochet, more rows. So this is how it looks on the 4th row. I'm coming to the end of my row, and I made 6 rows in total. I'm going to stop here so that I could show you the next thing to do. So this is 6 rows I made in total. Let me take it higher a bit so you can see it. So I made 6 rows in total. This is it. So I'm going to chain 1, and I'm going to do, this is what I'm going to do, because I need to leave a long line of rope that I'm going to use to sew. So I'm going to leave just draw it and leave like a long line. I think this length is okay, and I'll cut it here. This scissor is not always that sharp. Okay, I wasn't holding it correctly. So I've cut it, and I'll just take off the accessory, and what this does is that it closes that stitch. So this stitch is closed. Now we're going to sew to create the effects on the front, which I'm sure you saw earlier. So to do that, we have to turn it to the wrong side to sew it in. So you make sure that the wrong side of the band is facing you. This is the wrong side. How I know my wrong from the right side is that initially the starting chain, this was where we made that slip knot. So this is the right side, this is the wrong side. So when I've done that, let me bring it down so that you can see it clearly. So when I've done that, I'm going to take the two like this, fold them, just the edges. But first, let's pass this through this darning needle. So I've passed it. Then you fold it like this to equal. Then it's this way. Then you're going to put it in between you see what I'm doing? This is what you do. Yeah, and you sew it. So I'm going to make sure that my darning needle passes through these 4 pieces I put together here. So pass through here. So you just sew it in, make it a secure knot, pass through here again. So however you know how to sew it to be tight. So I'm going to sew it all up to the end here. So I have to make sure that it is very tight. I could sew it all around again the second time just to make sure it is secure. So it's secure now. So sometimes what I do is that I tie these together just to create that secure effect. Then in crocheting, they tell you to weave in your ends because you don't just cut it from the end like that. So you just use your hook and just weave in your ends. Since we are at the wrong side, you could just pass it through here. So just weave in the ends in a way that it doesn't show on the right side. Sorry about that. So I'm doing weaving here into. So when you have weaved it into a certain point, you can just cut it off. Then you have no fear that it might just slip off and just get loose, because that won't happen. So I'll be cutting from here. Sorry. Then this is it. So this is the right side of the band. This is how it's looking. Then we're moving over to the last stage. If you want yours to just remain in this stage like this, that's okay, but I like mine to actually stand out, so I'll be doing something else. Next stage, this is where our thread and needle and these pink beads come in. So I use the smallest size of needle I have that can pass through my beads. So I've put the thread already in my needle, and so we're going to be sewing in the beads. I use this pink because I can hide it in. So I'm sewing in the beads. I'll start from here and pass it through under. So these are my beads. So pass the beads. So this is going to take a while. So when I sew in the beads, I do tie them off so that they don't get caught off. So then I pass it through to give space, pass it in between the ears. Depends on how closely packed you want the beads to be, but I'll prefer them not to be too closely packed so that the beauty, how do they say that, simple is best, right? Or when it's not too much is also very nice. So, as you can see, that's what I'll be doing. I'll be passing through the beads. I didn't have this shade of yarn. I would have gone with that thread and it would have been less visible, but I just went with what I have available. So you continue doing that, fill the beads around each, and I'll show you how mine turned out to be. If you're still following up to this point, it means you are doing the same thing I'm doing. So see you at the end of it. So this is the final look of the headband after I've put in the beads. Yeah. So did you find this tutorial valuable? Let me know in the comments.